Alright, first off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Shai, by Shemar Kakodash, to Wada Yahweh by Shemi Shai for allowing me to do another video through the Spirit, to Wada Yahweh by Shemi Shai for giving us his truth as worms. Double honors to our apostle elders at Great Millstone. Then salutation and blessings to the whole elect. In the times that we're in right now, as the apostles coined it through the Spirit, the power of Yahweh by Shemi Shai, it's a year of prophecy. And one of the major prophecies that has to come to pass is the RFID chip. And before the year even got started, you had Elon Musk talking about basically it's time for him now to start testing out RFID on humans. Because right now he's been testing it on animals like monkeys and fucking rats and those different types of things, and they've never tested it on humans, which isn't technically true, because you have people who have the RFID chip already implemented inside of them, whether it be for God knows what, whether it be for fucking just to open a goddamn door, which is complete laziness, or just to unlock their phone or computer. This RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, is being pushed, man. It's being pushed. That's why you had last year the company 3 Square Market, their employees had to get RFID chips. And it's going to come to a point where they're going to start pushing the RFID chip more and more, and people are going to take it. You can already use Apple Pay. The majority of cars already have the 3 little bars where you just can tap and it scans. People are going to accept this chip willingly. But that chip for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites, you're not supposed to take it. Because that chip is a signet that you're wholesale against Yahweh Shemi Shai. You're all for the so-called white man and its agenda, and you're against the agenda and movement of Yahweh Shemi Shai, which his agenda is of righteousness and for your well-being. But you taking that chip is going to be a signet or a sign, like it says in Exodus, that you love your master, Esau. But hey, don't take that RFID chip, man, because with World War III, the RFID chip being talked about and all these different things, it shows that we're getting closer and closer unto the end. And that's going to come a time, which is called Jacob's trouble, and the hour of temptation, where you're going to be tested. And one movie I always love to think about is what's the name of this fucking movie, man? Damn it escapes me. I think it's called V for Vendetta. The dude with the mask. That's one movie I always think about when I think about the hour of temptation. Because that woman in that movie, if you've seen the movie, they Vifa put her in the cell. He put her in the cell. He kidnapped her for one, because she was going against the government. And to test her, to make her stronger, Vifa put her inside of a cell block with stone walls, stone pillars, to where she couldn't get out, and she was locked up. And they would question her. They would come in and question her all the time. Well, Vifa, he was posing as he was actually some villain, but it was all a test. And the reason I think of that is because the hour of temptation is going to be a test for the elect of the nation of Israel. And if we succeed and pass, we're going to come out much stronger in the eyes of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Because at the end, when she got out, she was ready to die. She was like, let's go. She was stronger. And that's what Vifa did. Vifa, at the end, he told her that it was him testing her. Why? Because at the time she wasn't strong enough. She wasn't strong enough to go do what she had to do, or to stand up against. I believe that movie was in Britain. But the fact remains, we're going to be tested, man, and it's not for our downfall, but it's to prove us, man. It's to prove us before the eyes of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Like the scriptures say, he has tried them as fine gold in the furnace. So this, our temptation that's coming, is not to destroy us, is not to cast us down, but is ultimately to uplift us, man, to strengthen us, to be able to rule this next world, to be able to know good and evil perfectly, to be able to stand for the names of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, even with death before you. That's what it's ultimately going to be. Just like Yahushua. Yahushua didn't want to go up on that cross. And that's just the truth. Yahushua did not want to go up on the cross. The scriptures say he despising the cross, despising the shame. He didn't want to do it. But what? He girded himself up and he went through it, man. And he went through it and he did it, and now what? He sit at the right hand side of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. I mean, it's like he sits at the right hand side of Yahweh. And the same thing with us, man. We have to stand strong. So for brothers out there, stand strong, man. Stand strong and keep your chin up. Because even when the temptation is upon us, when even death is upon us, it's not to cast us down, man. It's not to destroy us, but it's to strengthen us in the eyes of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Be as gold tried in the furnace, man. You can't mold gold to what you want, without it being purged, without those dross and different bad things being purged from it. You can't mold it to the way you want it to be without doing it. So the Lord Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai has to mold us, man. And that's what he's doing, man. He's molding us to the perfect thing that he wants us to be, which is to be the next rulers of this galaxy. And it's just something real quick, just in transit. Really didn't just click. It's really just click play. And it's just the things. The spirit. That's what the spirit wants to come out. But this is just something real quick. Hey, brothers, stay out there, stay strong. Hey, watch Apostle Ramlot's most recent video. I forget the name of the title. It's like it was like you can't something about yourself. You can't hide from yourself, or something to that effect. But it was going on the line of letting go of mortal thoughts, man. Letting go of this world, casting away the thoughts of this world. And that's what we have to do. We have to cast away the thoughts of this world, man. We have to forget about everything. We have to forsake ourselves, man. We have to forsake everything to please Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. And yeah, that's easier said than done. But shit, we're doing it now. Even if we're in the world, what the fuck would we really been doing, man? Yeah, brothers could have been famous and doing this, but at the end of the day, it would have counted to nothing. What we're doing now, the work that we're doing, man, it accounts to something. It amounts to great righteousness, man. And just because the people in the world despise us and hate us, and you may not have friends that you had before, or had family members that you had before, or even women that you had before, that all is nothing, man. That's all bullshit. That's all the fashions of this world. Man, at the end of the day, you gotta think about it, we're doing the most pleasing thing to the power that created everything. The being who sits in the heavens that no one sees. The one that's controlling this whole matrix, we're pleasing him, man. So keep that in mind. Keep that in your spirit, to be strong and to be strengthened, that we're pleasing Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Yeah, we ain't good enough. We ain't shit, and we ain't we ain't nothing at the end of the day. But at the same time, remember, we're doing a great work, man, and we're pleasing the being of all, which is Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. So Lord will, I hope this lesson was edifying and uplifting to the brotherhood, and just keep going, man. We almost out this bitch. It may seem like it's tarrying, but like the scriptures say, wait for it, for it will not tarry. The things are happening. Things are happening, man. Stay strong. Keep enduring. With that, shalom.